Hello you lovely people, I'm Nick and welcome to Firthy's Feedback. In this video, I want to again explore some Stranger Things Season 4 theories heading towards the final 2 episodes coming this Friday. All 3 of these theories I think are entirely plausible, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Theory number 1. Lucas loses his chance to save Max from Vecna. Okay, let's backtrack for a second. We know Max was supposed to be one of Vecna's victims, but she escaped because her friends played her favourite song and grounded her into reality. This doesn't mean she's safe for good. In the trailer, we see Lucas, Erica and Max heading into the Krill mansion, which we know is where Vecna lives in the Upside Down. We also see snippets of Lucas getting into a fight with Jock Jason in the same mansion. He's bathed in blue light, which is important because in another glimpse, we see Max breathing heavily while reaching to flick on a Walkman covered in the same blue light. We can reasonably guess that the two are together when this happens. I think Jason interrupted whatever Max and Lucas's plan was, distracting Lucas while Max was taken. And then maybe, as much as it pains me to say it, Max dies, or at least becomes trapped. We know the stakes are higher this season and there's a possibility main characters will die. I want to believe Max survives, I really do, but she joined the group last, apart from Eddie, so narratively it makes more sense for her to be the first to die. Not to mention, it would bring her survivor's guilt subplot about Billy to an end. She would be reunited with him in death and the rest of the group would be traumatised, yet also have a cause to fight for. Plus, Vecna tells Eleven that her friends have lost. What greater battle to lose than the one to save Max? Also, a big shout out to Zavi, who's been commentating on these videos on the channel. He said, Max will die at the end of the season, with each individual person reading their respective letters that she wrote for them. And Lucas will be the last person to read it on screen because it's a bigger loss to him as she was his girlfriend. This also confirms what the Duffers said about the end of Season 4, being very emotional. Theory number 2. Vecna is released into Hawkins before he is defeated. Vecna seems very similar to Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. The fact that Robert Englund, the very man who played Freddy Krueger, is in Season 4 points to this. There are already theories the two stories will parallel each other. In case you didn't know, in Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger murders teens in their dreams. It's revealed he was a child murderer who killed 20 children but escaped justice on a technicality. He was then burned alive by vengeful parents of his victims as a form of vigilante justice. The main characters try to defeat Freddy Krueger by dragging him into the real world where he becomes mortal. They believe his power over them is dependent on their fear of him. Obviously, there are lots of parallels here. What with Vecna once being Henry Creel, also a mass child murderer who was sent into another dimension. If the parallels continue, the Hawkins gang will have to lure him out of the Upside Down to defeat him. Vecna says he has been freed in the trailer, so I reckon this is one of the more sound Stranger Things theories. Whether the gang actually does defeat him is something else, since in the first Nightmare on Elm Street film, Freddy Krueger wins. Theory number 3. Vecna is Eleven's father. I've spoken about this one before, but I've done a bit more digging. So, Stranger Things Season 2 revealed that Eleven's biological mother was a woman named Terry Ives who began to take part in MKUltra in 1969. Eleven was born in 1971, meaning that Ives was pregnant with her while she was still involved with MKUltra. The theory suggests that Dr. Brenner created Eleven by actually using one semen, who at the time of Eleven's birth would have been of age. To dive deeper, Dr. Brenner saw the potential in one, and after seeing test subjects 2 through 10 have minimal power, decided to create 11 with his sperm. This would make sense as to why 1 felt such a connection to L, saying that they are the same. Also, at one point Dr. Brenner tortured 1 after seeing him take a liking to L. Was it because Dr. Brenner didn't want 1 to reveal that he was actually her dad? If this theory is true, there's irony to Henry's monologue. Each life being a lesser copy of the former. Wake up, eat, work, sleep, reproduce, and die. He thinks he's above that aspect of ordinary humanity, but he's actually upset with the possibility that his descendant is weaker. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Please let me know yours in the comments below. I'd also like to thank you for watching until the end, and please don't forget to drop a like on the video, and if you like the content, please consider subscribing and clicking the bell notification icon to stay up to date when new videos are available. So, for now, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.